It's your under degrees. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea. It's your under degrees. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea. under the degree. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under the degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under the degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
Shoot. Can y'all hear me? Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? I was busy talking and I wasn't on the stage. What's going on, Armchair? I will be here for maybe 2 hours. What's up, X? I'm happy to see you. But I was going to come on tonight and talk about the talks, the negotiations actually going nowhere this weekend. However, there was some things that went on. There was a shooting at President Trump's dinner tonight. So it hasn't been confirmed if I know that the shooter is in custody, but whether or not he's alive or not, I don't know. So I'm going to review that first, and then we could get into what happened earlier today as far as the negotiations. They went nowhere, but anyway. So let me add my screen. Yeah, this is not okay. I mean, granted, I'm not a fan of Trump, but I don't like to see stuff like this. I don't. All right, so let's get into it.
So protesters have already crashed Donald Trump's White House course.
Let me tell y'all, there were protesters. They had Jeffrey Epstein mask on. They had Pete Hegseth mask on with red gloves, insinuating war crimes. They had Netanyahu mask on at this dinner outside. They were protesting. I'm cool with the protest. I'm not okay with them wearing those masks. I'm not okay with that. But let's get into it.
On its dinner tonight, they're outside wearing masks of Epstein, Trump, Netanyahu, and more. There are people wearing masks of Pete Hegseth with blood on his hands, talking about the war crimes that he's committed. These young guys got on the red carpet and started calling out Pete Hegseth, demanding that he be arrested for war crimes. Just watch.
Listen, I don't know how this man got in. I have no idea. But let's get into it.
For threatening genocide, for kidnapping Nicolas Maduro, for overseeing targeted strikes that killed over 180 people. Arrest in the Caribbean. Arrest Pete Hegseth. Arrest Pete Hegseth for war crimes.
Why were they like? Where was security? Where was I don't know.
Arrest Pete Hegseth for war crimes.
This is also a projection of photos and videos of Donald Trump with Epstein that'll be on the building tonight where Donald...
Yes, they actually put this on the building. They had this on the building the day before. So I knew last night what they were going to do today.
Donald Trump is hosting this party and speaking. And of course, all of the Republicans will be there. J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Kash Patel, all of them will be in this building while this is being projected on it outside. So protesters are showing up and crashing Donald Trump's little party tonight. And I think that is a wonderful, beautiful thing. Shout out.
Now, listen, Diamond Gang, I don't condone violence at all. This was prior to, they were outside protesting. They had those masks on, which I don't agree with.
To everybody that's doing it, even in the rain.
We have breaking news right now. Something just happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. We were watching it live, and it looks as though Donald Trump and Melania Trump, the First Lady and the President, were just evacuated. There are reports of possible shots fired in or around the Hilton building where the White House Correspondents' Dinner is currently being held. We don't really have much information as to what is happening right now, but...
Now listen, gang, I started getting these clips as it was happening in real time, all the way up until maybe 20 minutes before I came on. So I have people that was there that witnessed it speaking. So let's get into it.
Essentially, the dinner is on hold, it looks like. This is a possible very serious situation. President Trump...
Listen, he wanted to continue. He still wanted to be able to go on with his dinner.
Has been evacuated from the building. The First Lady has been evacuated from the building. If you watch the stream, literally they were getting ready for this dinner, and then all of a sudden you had people crouching under the chairs, crouching under the table. The President and the First Lady were quickly rushed out. We'll have more information soon. I'll have more.
Listen, they were on it. I mean, on it, fast, quick.
Updates, spread the word, follow for more.
Listen, Secret Service was not planned. They did their job, and that's what they do. Thank God for that. Can you imagine being at a formal dinner and something like this happen? You can hear Secret Service telling everybody, stay down, stay down. They said this man tried to rush up to the Secret Service man and tried to actually pow him.
We have breaking news right
now. Diamond Gang, y'all know that there's rumors Was this real? Just like they tried to say that, you know what I mean? The last incident, was plotted or planned. I don't believe that either.
Now, a suspected shooter has been confirmed dead at the White House Correspondents' Dinner this evening. It's unclear whether or not the shooter injured anyone else, but the suspect is dead, according to Caitlin Collins at CNN. It's a very serious situation. Donald Trump and the First Lady, they were rushed off stage. Secret Service declared that there was an active shooter. The press pool said that there was an active shooter. It's unknown whether or not, like I said, there were any other individuals.
And I could see why they're trying to say that, because how this guy got in is still a mystery.
Injured, but this is the White House Correspondents' Dinner. If you know anything about it, to get in, there's actually very little security to get into the hotel itself. There's not security until you actually get into the ballroom of the dinner, which is actually pretty shocking given the fact that there's the president and the first lady there. According to Jonathan Karl, who's currently inside the ballroom, he says it's a chaotic scene. No one's being allowed to leave the hotel or leave the room right now. I'm not there, so I couldn't tell you, but it's a very serious situation. I'll have more updates for you soon. As always, spread the word and follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about.
So what I did is, as it was occurring and as, people were updating what was going on, I just started grabbing the clips.
There'll be much more to come very soon.
We're trying to figure out exactly where the shot was fired from. There's some talk that it was fired from the lighting box above the door that heads to the lobby. And we don't, as John was saying.
So Secret Service, that they were all over the place. They just wasn't they wasn't really near the president. They were surveilling the area. So I don't know. Let's go.
And we don't know if anyone was hit, but we're getting word that the shooter may have been hit. It happened so quickly that you heard this crash, and then the Secret Service ran in. The president was out in moments, and everybody went under the table. I mean, I'm talking the entire ballroom started to go under their tables, and the Secret Service started running, guns drawn. They had the cat team out.
And I actually have them running in with their pow-pows. It was scary. Very scary.
And the president and the first lady were out, as well as the vice president, in a matter of seconds. But we're trying to get info about where the shot was. There's at least two people saying that they thought came from the light box above the doors to the lobby. And we're trying to get ground truth on that.
Here they go, rushing in. Let me take it back. Let me take it back again. That's great. For the 40 that's in the building, can you guys please hit the like? I appreciate you guys. I suspect everybody is alive about this.
You can see all these people being evacuated right now from the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's absolute mayhem inside. Reports of some sort of shots are sitting 3 rows up from the president, who was at the dais, the table in the front, and immediately Secret Service poured out with long guns, other officers with the police pulling out their guns. Everybody on the floor. We're all now being pushed out.
Listen, they tried to get those people out of there as quickly as possible. From my understanding, he is in custody. Whether he's alive or not, I have no idea.
Trying to figure out what's going on here. Everybody's being cleared from the building. I posted one of the videos earlier, and right there appears to be the beast, the presidential limo, or at least a replica of it. Unclear if that's the actual one. There are a couple of them right there. We're now being pushed out of the way. Let's go. You guys, this is the Free Press Dinner, and we're doing our best. You can see this is some of the Secret Service here. DHS. Obviously, complete mayhem down there. There are lots of people with guns here right now. It's unclear exactly what happened. We saw Secret Service, their helicopters in the sky. We saw Secret Service pulling secretaries from the dinner. We saw them obviously cover the president.
Everybody is safe. No one was hurt except for the gunman.
Rush him out, vice president as well. And immediately the room started to clear. Chairs toppled. They're kicking everybody out right now, everybody on foot. About 1,500 people in the room. Security is incredibly tight. We just saw a drone go up in the air. You can see it there. They are pushing us back. They're trying to create a perimeter right now.
You gotta go.
Listen, Trump did talk to the media. I just got this. Trump said a man armed with multiple weapons charged a security checkpoint and was taken down by Secret Service agents. The president also revealed that one agent was shot but was saved by a bulletproof vest. Okay? So I just got that. This was 16 minutes ago. One more time. I'm going to just read it one more time. Trump said a man armed with multiple weapons charged a security checkpoint and was taken down by Secret Service agents. The president also revealed that one agent was shot but was saved by a bulletproof vest.
It's unclear if there was actually a shooter. We're working to
There were a lot of protesters there. They were in Jeffrey Epstein mask. They were in Netanyahu's mask. They had I can't even think of his Pete Hegseth mask on. It was a bunch of them. Even hecklers got inside the hotel.
try to determine that, but all of this is unfolding as we speak. It is also incredibly unusual that it happened in a room full of journalists celebrating the First Amendment and the freedom of speech. There, I was sitting with Steve Scalise. That was.
Please, gang, could you please hit the like? Please and thank you.
Steve, you all right? Yeah. Sitting with him at the meal. Did you hear anything? We're all trying to get out of here right now. Good luck. Obviously, the leader is right there, Steve Scalise. You can see some of the absolute massive deployment law enforcement here. I'm going to get kicked out in a sec.
The way I understand it, I can't get close to the lobby, as you can understand, Kevin. But I understand the shooter's down, dead. Dead or shot. So, there was an eyewitness that saw a rifle, and evidently, C-SPAN put some footage online.
What Ed was saying, the Secret Service team was not on the stage with the president, so they had a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, they weren't, like he said, they weren't on the stage with the president. They had a lot of ground to cover. You could see them rush in and tell everybody, please get under the table, get down.
When this threat emerged, and they moved very quickly, and they were throwing everything in their path out of the way. People were under the table, and a contingent of Secret Service, because our tables with CPS were near the front this year, were right next to us. And these guns were all at the ready. And then one by one, after the president was removed, defense was removed, the attorney general was removed, the defense secretary was removed by one, the entire cabinet was gone. We have heard things are apparently going to come back on, and the program will continue. So you're going to know more about what's going on outside the room, but the room in here is the tension has died down, and people are thinking, as a show of resilience, that we're going to get back on track.
Again, gang, he wanted to continue on. He wanted the dinner to keep going.
I have been in touch with top officials at the White House. This is what I can tell you. And the details are actually pretty specific now, that the shooter charged the magnetometer closest to the front door.
Y'all hear that? So he charged. He tried to charge in. He tried to pow a secret agent.
A shot at a uniformed division service agent. And he, at that point, they don't know whether they haven't confirmed if he's alive. Yeah, the shooter is in custody, I'm told, at this point. Everyone is okay. And the last thing I can tell you is that, the White House does not want him to go back, but yeah, I'm sorry, what? I'm having a hard time hearing.
Right now, I'm looking at a video. Erica Kirk was in there. She was rushed out. She was in tears, crying. And I can imagine that was probably traumatizing, being as though what happened to Charlie Kirk. So I'm looking at a video right now of her being rushed out with tears in her eyes.
And anyway, the president does want to go back. The shooter took a shot at a Secret Service member just at the ballroom, which, Kevin, you raise a good point. How did he get it to that point? The agent returned fire. Nobody knows for sure at this moment whether he's alive or dead. And then it's created chaos in the room. But what we can tell you for sure is that this was, one shot. Multiple shots at the closest magnetometer closest to the front door, and took a shot at a uniformed division Secret Service.
Diamond Gang. Trump posted a video and a picture evidence of alleged shooter at the White House correspondent. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can upload this picture. He looks like an African-American man, light skin. For some reason, he has his shirt off. I don't know why, but his shirt is off and he's laying on the ground. Wow. I'm going to try to get this picture uploaded, but let's go.
Service agent. And anyway, at that point, we don't know the condition of him for sure. We do know the president.
They actually have the video out as well of the whole incident. I'm going to get this for y'all. Watch. Hold on.
Was escorted to safety. Everybody in the room, I'm told, is safe and secure. And now the question is, I'm sure that the Secret Service is not going to want him to return to that room, but every indication is the president wants to go back.
Yeah,
he wanted to go back. Again, Diamond Gang, he gave a statement, so he's fine. Everything is fine. Erica Kirk was pretty shooken up. She was led out crying. Let's go.
Really concerned. I mean, I heard shots and everybody dove down. I was sitting next to the Homeland Security Secretary, Markwayne Mullin. His staff, Secret Service, jumped on him and pushed him down. His wife was next to us. All the Fox security told everybody to get under the table. And you can imagine, 2,000 people in that room, really jam-packed in. There was mass chaos. But within seconds, the entire place was filled with Secret Service, guns drawn, and there were a lot of shaken up people still.
Listen, Diamond Gang, they did their thing. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to take this back because y'all need to see how many protesters was there and what they were doing. Look at this. I'm going to take this video back. Look at this.
So protesters have already crashed Donald Trump's White House Correspondents' Dinner tonight. They're outside wearing masks of Epstein, Trump, Netanyahu, and more. There are people wearing masks of Pete Hegseth with blood on his hands, talking about the war crimes that he's committed. These young guys got on the red carpet and started calling out Pete Hegseth, demanding that he be arrested for war crimes. Just watch.
For threatening genocide, for kidnapping Nicolas Maduro, for overseeing targeted strikes that killed over 180 people. Arrest in the Caribbean. Arrest Pete Hegseth. Arrest Pete Hegseth for war.
Y'all see how they was in there? Did y'all see those masks?
Crimes. Arrest Pete Hegseth for war crimes.
Listen, I may not agree on Trump and I may not like the guy, but I don't like stuff like this. I don't.
This is also a projection of photos and videos of Donald Trump with Epstein that'll be on the building tonight where Donald Trump is hosting this party. And
listen, y'all, when I got off the live stream yesterday, I actually seen this. So they put this up last night. So they knew that this was going to be here, this video of Trump with Epstein. All right, let's go.
Speaking, and of course, all of the Republicans will be there. JD Vance, Marco Rubio, Kash Patel, all of them will be in this building while this is being projected on it outside. So protesters are showing up and crashing Donald Trump's little party tonight. And I think that is a wonderful, beautiful thing. Shout out to everybody.
Hold on. I'm going to see if I could play this short real quick. I just uploaded the suspect. Let's see, but I have it in private, but I'm going to try it. Spec look like. No, it's not. Dang it. All right, it's all good. I'm going to try to put it in my playlist and try to get it to you guys because I really, really want you guys to see the suspect. They got him. But let's go back to my video. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I apologize. I really want y'all to see that. Maybe if I can make a quick video of it, I will, because I want y'all to see the suspect. They got him. Well, Trump posted a video of him. So, all right, let me fast forward it. I wanted y'all to see how they were out there in those masks.
Shout out to everybody that's doing it, even in the.
You would like it to go on?
Everybody in the, I'm sure, occasion is the president wants to go back.
Yeah, I was really concerned. I mean, I heard shots and everybody dove down. I was sitting next to the Homeland Security Secretary, Mark Wayne Mullen. His staff, Secret Service, jumped on him and pushed him down. His wife was next to us. All the Fox security told everybody to get under the table. And you can imagine, 2,000 people in that room, really jam-packed in. There was mass chaos. But within seconds, the entire place was filled with Secret Service, guns drawn, and there were a lot of shaken up people. Still, there are a lot of shaken up people as they're trying to get things back on track. I'm not sure it's going to happen, Kevin.
For those looking for some idea in terms of what's happening this evening, there was obviously a shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. The suspect shooter was apprehended and killed, as far as reporting suggests. There was a little bit of conflicting announcements in terms of when the event is actually going to go on. Trump just tweeted that he would like it to go on, but that ultimately the final determination is going to be made by law enforcement. So we don't have any news on that front yet. The rest of the area around the White House and around the Hilton, where the actual White House Correspondents' Dinner took place, is kind of in a holding pattern. Police are out here and they basically have all of the streets blocked, and so nobody can go in the streets, and nobody can really walk through the sidewalks. So there's just little crowds of people everywhere in every corner, waiting to be able to move. So that's where we're at right now. Remains to be seen whether the actual White House Correspondents' Dinner itself is going to continue. And as soon as we have more, I'll let you know.
Now, this is the scene again, them ducking under the tables. Did y'all hear the man in the beginning? He said, "Is this a effing joke?" I could only imagine.
Continue, and as soon as we have more, I'll let you know.
Y'all see how quick Secret Service got around?
Somebody. I do. Okay. Katie, you good? All right.
They literally was throwing cheers and everything out the way to get up there. Right now, I just threw a video together. And the first clip is of the suspect. It's saying I got 8 minutes for it to download. I want y'all to see the suspect. He was laying on the ground. He looks like an African American male, light skinned, very thin. They had his hands behind his back. Why he didn't have a shirt on, I have no idea. But as soon as it gets done uploading, I'm gonna go straight to it so you guys can see it. Again, Erica Kirk was seen being led out by security. She was in tears. She was in tears, and I could, like I said, I can only imagine because of what recently happened to her husband. So, yeah.
Breaking news as gunshots rain out at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Please, Diamond Gang, for the ones that's in the building, can you please hit the like for me? Please, 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 and thank you. Once I show you guys the video of the suspect, I'll review everything that happened again. But I would like to get into no negotiations. Yeah, so.
Right before Trump and Melania were set to go on stage, they were evacuated and rushed off immediately, along with the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who is in the line of succession. Here's a photo of him being rushed off. And Wolf Blitzer was reporting that he was right near this gunman when shots were fired. And it appears the gunman was firing random, not really targeting anyone.
Yeah, they said that he rushed Secret Service. He tried to pow, and the fire was returned. Also, the clip that I'm uploading now is showing what happened. It's in black and white right underneath the picture of the suspect. So I'm trying. I got 6 more minutes to go. Let's go.
And this person was stopped by the Secret Service immediately and is in custody at the moment. And no one has been reported as injured right now, but this is a developing story. And we are...
Again, if you're just coming in the room, Trump did speak, and he said that there was one Secret Service that was pow-powed, but he had a bulletproof vest on. Thank God. He had a bulletproof vest on.
Learning that Trump and Melania are safe and they were fine. So guys, really crazy that this happened at this event where so much security is required to get in. So we're not sure how this happened, why this happened, who this gunman was. This is going to come out here in time. It's a developing story. Trump just posted about the shooting, confirming that it happened and that the shooter has been apprehended. And he's recommending that the show go on, but he's leaving it up to the authorities to decide. And of course, saying it would be much different if it does go on, or they'll have to just go and play.
I'm going to take this setup. He said that it was easy to get in the lobby, but the ballroom not so easy. Hold on. This is everybody laying low. All right, we got 4 more minutes on this video.
We have breaking news right now. A suspected shooter has been confirmed dead at the White House Correspondents' Dinner this evening. It's unclear whether or not the shooter injured anyone else, but the suspect is dead, according to Caitlin Collins at CNN. It's a very serious situation. Donald Trump and the First Lady, they were rushed off stage. Secret Service declared that there was an active shooter. The press pool said that there was an active shooter. It's unknown whether or not, like I said, there were any other individuals injured. But this is the White House Correspondents' Dinner. If you know anything about it, to get in, there's actually very little security to get into the hotel itself. There's not insecurity until you...
Boom. He said there was very little security. I showed y'all there were people inside of the hotel. protesters screaming. I'm going back to that. And I'm going to show y'all one more time.
So protesters have already crashed Donald Trump's White House Correspondents' Dinner tonight. They're outside wearing masks of Epstein, Trump, Netanyahu, and more. There are people wearing masks of Pete Hegseth with blood on his hands, talking about the war crimes that he's committed. These young guys got on the red carpet and started calling out Pete Hegseth, demanding that he be arrested for war crimes. Just watch.
For threatening genocide!
They were inside the hotel. But really quick, Trump's statement. Quite an evening in D.C. Secret Service and law enforcement did a fantastic job. They acted quickly and bravely. The shooter has been apprehended, and I have recommended that we let the show go on, but will entirely be guided by law enforcement. They will make a decision shortly. Regardless of that decision, the evening will be much different than planned, and we'll just plain have to do it again. Okay. So he's saying they're going to do it again. A do-over. Let's go.
For kidnapping Nicolas Maduro! For overseeing targeted strikes that killed over 180 people! Arrest in the Caribbean! Arrest Pete Hegseth! Arrest Pete Hegseth for war crimes!
They are screaming, arrest Pete Hegseth.
Arrest Pete Hegseth for war crimes!
This is also a projection of photos and videos of Donald Trump with Epstein that'll be on the building tonight, where Donald Trump is hosting this party and speaking. And of course, all of the Republicans will be there. JD Vance.
Right. Let me look at some of your comments. Right. I can't believe this. I can't put that one Todd. You got to put pow pow as your comment. You got to remove that. You said, give me a break. I want to read this, please. Hold on. Let me read Todd's. Give me a break. You're telling me that someone was able to get a pow pow in the dinner without having to go through metal detector. Yeah. Yeah. I got 2 minutes on the video. I want to show y'all the suspect. This is weird how he looks. We know Trump has Navy SEALs and kinds of extra officers. I still can't believe the hecklers got in. I can't believe it. Okay, I got 1 minute remaining. All right, let me finish playing this video and then I'll bring the suspect video up.
This is being projected on it outside. So protesters are showing up and crashing Donald Trump's little party tonight. And I think that is a wonderful, beautiful thing. Shout out to everybody that's doing it, even in the rain.
We have breaking news right now. Something just happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. We were watching it live, and it looks as though Donald Trump and Melania Trump, the First Lady and the President, were just evacuated. There are reports of possible shots fired in or around the Hilton building where the White House Correspondents' Dinner is currently being held. We don't really have much information as to what is happening right now, but essentially the dinner is on hold, it looks like. This is a possible very serious situation. President Trump has been evacuated from the building. The First Lady has.
Now, remember, gang, as soon as I heard about it, I got the timeline all the way up until they said that they caught the man.
Has been evacuated from the building. If you watch the stream, literally they were getting ready for this dinner, and then all of a sudden you had people crouching under the chairs, crouching under the table. The president and the first lady were quickly rushed out. We'll have more information soon. I'll have more updates. Spread the word, follow for more.
They didn't have a daggone clue what was going on. All right, y'all, we got 12 seconds, 10 seconds remaining, and I'll be able to show that video. It's almost done uploading. You can hear them telling them to stay down. Listen, ain't no way I would have had my cell phone out. All right, it's saying that the video is uploaded. I'm going to show y'all who the suspect is. If you didn't see him already. Hold on, let me refresh my screen. I'm going to show y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. And I'll bring up the suspect. Please subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Bingo. All right, let's see. Yeah, he looks, this is weird. There you go. Y'all see him? Now the screen underneath, okay? The screen underneath is in black and white. It is actually showing it in real, like what happened, okay? Please, y'all, could y'all hit the like for me? Pretty please and thank you. If you would like to support the channel, my Cash App is pinned. But at the bottom is in black and white. That is the suspect. He has no shirt on. Not, like, what?
It looks like he checked it twice.
Lieutenant Hudson, you monitoring this there?
Y'all see it underneath in black and white? Look. Y'all see Secret Service pow-powing back?
18, go for
They ran up on him. Listen, let me go back one more time.
It looks like he checked it twice.
Lieutenant Hudson, you monitoring this there?
See, he tried to run up to see. There he go. He ran through them.
Shall I post it as soon as he passed down?
18, go for
He lucky to be alive. He's lucky. All right, let me go back to my video. He's very lucky if he is alive. It hasn't been confirmed. I'm not sure. All right, let's go.
The dais, the table in the front, and immediately service poured out with long guns, other officers with the police pulling out their guns. Everybody on the floor. We're all now being pushed out. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Everybody's being cleared from the building. Posted one of the videos earlier, and right there appears to be the beast, the presidential limo or replica, but unclear. That's the actual one. We're now being
first they said, there's reports, I got it on here. First they said he wasn't alive. Then they I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I tried to get as much as I can before I came on, and it was not confirmed. Right. That's what I believe. Y'all do me a favor. Don't put that word in here. Just say pow pow. Just say pow pow. But yeah, that's what I believe. But it wasn't. 1 minute they said he wasn't alive. The next minute they couldn't confirm it. And I'm gonna let y'all hear it. I'm gonna let you guys hear it.
Time to go. Let's go. You guys, this is the Free Press dinner, and we're doing our best. You can see this is some of the Secret Service here, DHS. Obviously, complete mayhem down there. There are lots of people with guns here right now. It's unclear exactly what happened. We saw Secret Service or helicopters in the sky. We saw Secret Service pulling secretaries from the dinner. We saw them
in the video. You couldn't really tell if he was pow-powed or not.
Obviously cover the president, rush him out, vice president as well. And immediately the room started to clear. Chairs toppled. They're kicking everybody out right now, everybody on foot. About 1,500 people in the room. Security is incredibly tight. We just saw a drone go up in the air. You can see it there. They are pushing us back. They're trying to create a perimeter right now.
You gotta go.
It's unclear if there was actually a shooter. We're working to try to determine that. But
Now, gang, this is prior to I got it leading all the way up until it was time for me to go on.
All of this is unfolding as we speak. It is also incredibly unusual that it happened in a room full of journalists celebrating the First Amendment and the freedom of speech. There, I was sitting.
Thanks, gang, for those that hit the like. I appreciate you.
With Steve Scalise. That was. You all right? Yeah. Sitting with him at the meal. Did you hear anything? Well,
could you imagine how shaken they must be?
Trying to get out of here right now. Obviously, the leader.
Yes, Sassy, right in front of the press.
Is right there. Scalise. You can see some of the absolute massive deployment of law enforcement here. I'm going to get kicked out in a sec.
The way I understand it, I can't get close.
Listen, y'all seen those hecklers in the beginning of this video. I don't know how they let them in that lobby like that.
The lobby, as you can understand, Kevin. But I understand the shooter's down, dead. You know, dead or shot. So, and they
y'all hear that?
There was an eyewitness.
So they said he's either unalived or shot. I don't know. I'm going to find out.
A rifle, and evidently, C-SPAN put some footage online.
What Ed was saying, the Secret Service team was not on the stage with the president, so they had a lot of ground to cover when this threat emerged, and they moved very quickly, and they were throwing everything in their path out of the way. People were under the table, and a contingent of Secret Service, because our tables with CBS were near the front this year, were right next to us, and these guns were...
All right, damning gang. The suspect identified as 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen of Torrance, California, was taken into custody at the scene after being stopped by Secret Service agents. Now, I told you guys Trump made a statement. There was one person verified that was pow-powed, and that was a Secret Service agent. However, he had a bulletproof vest on. So maybe he wasn't. Okay, let's read the rest. Authorities said Allen was heavily armed, carrying a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives at the time of the shooting. Investigators believe Allen acted alone. An official says there is no current indication of additional suspects or an ongoing threat to the public. So that's what they're saying. And it says a suspected gunman believed to be from California opened fire outside the Washington Hilton, where the annual dinner of the White House correspondents was being held, prompting a massive law enforcement response and the evacuation of President Donald Trump and others. Trump was not injured, and other top U.S. leaders were evacuated after what officials described as a security threat. So it don't say that he was shot. It's not even saying that. It's not even telling about the Secret Service man that Trump confirmed. Here it is. Trump said the suspect was armed with multiple weapons before being stopped by the Secret Service. One officer was shot, but he was protected by a bulletproof vest. So it looks like the gunman wasn't shot. It was the Secret Service person. He's going down. He is going down. My impression is he was a lone wolf. Whack job. These are crazy people. He's a crazy people, and they have to be dealt with. That's what Trump said. He said he said the Secret Service guy was shot. He was shot from a very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. This is what Trump said. Trump said in a late night news conference at the White House. And that's when he said the guy was crazy. Oh, wow. All right, let me play this out.
All at the ready. And then one by one, after the president was removed, defense was removed, the attorney general was removed, the defense secretary was removed, by one, the entire cabinet.
Hold up, I got his charges. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro said the suspect is being charged with two charges related to using a firearm and assaulting an officer with a dangerous weapon, but that there will be more charges filed based on the information that we are learning in this very fluid situation. He will be arraigned on Monday in federal district court. Oh, wow. What are they saying about Patel? FBI Director Kash Patel said the agency is examining a long gun and shell casings recovered from the scene, as well as interviewing witnesses. He urged anyone with information to come forward. I'm surprised he at work. You know, his job is on the line. But all right, let me finish this out, gang. Thanks, everybody. Please hit the like. Thank you.
Was done. We have heard things are apparently going to come back on, and the program will continue. So you're going to know more about what's going on outside the room, but the room in here is the tension has died down, and people are thinking as a show of.
So next up, Diamond Gang, I will be talking about the negotiations being called off. So we're going to get into that. I replayed this clip, so let me take a look. I think there's one last clip that I didn't show, and I'll show that, and then we'll get into what happened today. I'm not reading Harry Potter books. Fake. What is fake? John? What's fake? Put it in the chat. What's fake? Hold on. Oh, y'all think it's fake? They're saying that. I don't know. Who y'all think it's fake? Todd? They're trying to say the first one was. I don't know. You said it felt fake. I love these comments. If this feels staged, you think he's looking for sympathy? So fishy. Y'all saying, yeah, I love y'all. Y'all saying, well, just another psycho. I can't wait to get to the comments. Will you be the man last? I know he does, but y'all, I try, like when stuff like this happen, I don't mess around. I just, I take things for what they say it is until otherwise. I know. We're going to get that. Matter of fact, I'm just going to bring up my second video. Yeah, that's what they saying. You said the hateful Democrats can't admit they want the president. No, you can't say that. Say unalived, please. Now I got to delete your comments. All right, let's go. We're going to talk about the day. Let me go ahead and bring up my second video. I love y'all. I love the chat. I do. All right, let's get into it. Here it is right here. So it didn't go too well today. So y'all know I like to start from the beginning, what happened first thing in the morning or the day before. So let's go.
Who do you think is winning the war in Iran right now?
Absolutely no one.
Listen, I want y'all to put in the chat, who do y'all think is winning the war? These is random people's opinions.
I don't think anybody's winning at this point.
I would have to say Iran.
I think that no one is running the war in Iran.
Nobody's.
in the war in Iran right now.
It really seems like it's a split decision as of right now. A bit of a tug of war, and let's hope that we come out on top.
I think that the Iranians are losing. A lot of people are dying over there. I think Americans are losing. We're facing higher gas prices. We're facing shortages of everything.
I think we held a little bit of the power in the beginning, and it's kind of shifted.
What y'all think? Put it in the chat. Iran is most definitely winning. Sad see that Strait of Hormuz got everybody in a chokehold. No one. This is crazy. Let's go.
And we can't get the Strait of Hormuz figured out. So I think that's kind of where it's...
Listen, when I went off last night, I had hope. I had hope that negotiations was going to happen. Something was going to happen.
Dead draw right now. So hoping for things to progress in the right way.
How do you see this war ending? I have no idea. Why hasn't our government stepped up already? Isn't Congress supposed to declare war? Not the president? I don't see how it's going to end.
Eventually, democracy and the popular will win out, and people are going to be fed up. They're going to say, we don't want this war. And the U.S. is going to withdraw, and we'll be left with maybe a harder line regime in Iran than we had when we started.
I think.
What y'all think? What do y'all think? All right, let's go. You said the Americans people are losing for sure. No one. Iran is never going to sit down with America about anything. Yeah, Todd. Yeah. I'm just reading the chat, Anthony. You said don't say that. I'm reading the chat.
It's not close to ending. I think it's going to be going on for a while, which is what everybody fears.
CBS News' national security analyst Aaron McLean also says he would describe this war as a draw right now. Check out more of his analysis.
I played that yesterday.
Linked here.
It is now day 57 of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. Here's a roundup of what happened in the past 24 hours.
All right, so let's take a look at what happened in the last 24 hours.
Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi has begun a regional tour to...
Let me tell y'all, he started his tour. He touched down. He spoke to who he needed to, and he left immediately before Kushner and Witkoff could even get a flight.
Islamabad, Moscow, and Moscow, according to Iran's Mehr news agency. Iranian state media reported today that Araghchi's trip to Islamabad is purely for bilateral consultations with Pakistani officials and coordinating with regional partners, despite reports that...
Here's the thing, and I'm going to show y'all in this one video. I want to know what they had to talk about. I don't know why, but I just think there was some sidebar conversations like, let's go. Y'all got to tell me what y'all think.
President Trump is sending Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and advisor Jared Kushner to Islamabad for talks with Araghchi. Iranian officials stressed that negotiations with the United States are canceled and put on hold so long as Iran's conditions are not met. For the first time in decades.
Because for him to go meet with, those certain leaders over there, what did they talk about? Did they have conversations about us?
3 U.S. aircraft carriers are now deployed to West Asia as part of Trump's pressure.
Remember, 3. And I told y'all last night, this has not been done since the Iraq war. So we got 3 of them over there. And they believe that is to put the pressure on Iran.
Campaign on Iran. Those are the USS Abraham Lincoln, USS Gerald R. Ford, and USS George H.W. Bush. Along with their air wings, more than 200 aircrafts and 15,000 sailors and Marines. Only 5 vessels, including 1 Iranian oil product tanker, have transited the Strait of Hormuz in the past 24 hours, according to today's shipping data. Iran has granted transit exemptions.
Nothing is getting through the Strait, Shaw. This is insane.
Through the Strait of Hormuz to friendly countries, including Russia, according to Iran's ambassador to Moscow, Kazem Jalali. Yesterday, Iran's deputy parliament speaker, Hamidreza Hajibabadi, said Tehran has collected its first revenue from tolls imposed on vessels.
That right there. So you figure they didn't run, they had no control of the straits before the war. To even to be able to even collect tolls, that is international law. That's a crime.
Transiting the Strait of Hormuz under the new policy introduced after U.S.-Israeli attacks and deposited it in the central bank. President Trump claimed the Israel-Lebanon ceasefire, which has been repeatedly violated by Israel, will be extended for
Now, that is insane. How do you extend a ceasefire that never happened? Israel has been bombing them. They have been fighting back and forth since they initiated this ceasefire. This is crazy, but let's go.
3 weeks, while also adding that Israel will defend itself, but will be careful by carrying out surgical strikes.
They're making up any reason to strike. I'm telling y'all right now.
The Israeli military has already conducted several strikes in southern Lebanon today following the ceasefire extension announcement. At least 8 people have been killed in Israeli attacks across Lebanon over the last 24 hours, according to the Lebanese Health Ministry. Hezbollah responded by launching an attack drone at an Israeli army bulldozer and targeting Israeli troop gatherings in Bint Jbeil, as well as shooting down an Israeli Hermes 450 drone.
Even if we do withdraw, I just feel like Israel, they're going to be fighting back and forth for a long time.
Over southern Lebanon using a surface-to-air missile. The International Energy Agency said today that global gas markets will remain tight through 2027, saying shipping disruptions through the Strait of Hormuz and damage to Qatar's facilities have removed nearly 20% of global LNG supply, creating...
You said, Todd, yes. So tell me how they what? Missed this guy coming in the door. Who? Oh, the guy from the shooting today. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Unprecedented uncertainty and driving prices in Europe and Asia to their highest levels since early 2023.
There's been so much secrecy around.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. Listen to this. And there is a lot of secrecy. What were they talking about?
These talks, but what we do know is that shortly after the arrival of the Iranian foreign minister late on Friday evening, there was a meeting of a number of officials, and the Iranian embassy here in Islamabad has now released that video. And what it shows is a meeting between the Iranian foreign minister as well as Pakistan's army chief. Now,
you guys know Pakistan, we could give the credit to for even, getting the messages passed through, from Iran to the U.S. They play a major part in this. But it's like this meeting is bothering me. It really is. It's bothering me. I just feel funny about it.
National Security Advisor, head of intelligence, the deputy foreign minister, the interior minister, among others. The special envoys, Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, traveling on Saturday from the United States to Islamabad. But there is so much work to do before.
Welcome, Tati.
Or there's even the possibility of suggesting these two sides are in the same room. And so what the Pakistanis are doing right now is engaging with the Iranian delegation, talking to them, the U.S. president intimating that there was some sort of proposal that was going to be.
That's what I'm saying. He said that there was a proposal. I don't know. I can't say who's telling the truth or who's not.
Put forth, and that is what the delegation is presenting in the hopes that it can soon be received by the United States.
We have some big Iran war updates. Negotiations in Pakistan haven't gotten anywhere. Again, the foreign minister of Iran went to Pakistan, left without meeting the U.S. delegation. There was some reporting that Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner from the United States were supposed to go to Pakistan. It doesn't appear that they've even left Miami yet. So,
y'all hear that? So they never even left Miami. So they knew. And then some people was trying to say market manipulation again. But, I mean, they standing firm. They're standing firm.
Here's where we're at.
You said to be at war with anyone, Congress must give their yes, that's true. Their declaration. Yeah, that is true, Todd. You think Trump? Yeah, Trump. But see, Trump called it off because he knew they weren't going to be there. They left. As soon as they got done speaking with Pakistan, they left. Iran left. So by the time Witkoff and Jarrett would have, they said they are not sitting down until we remove the blockade. So he's acting like, yeah, you know what? We got all the cards. No, they weren't going to be there. So why fly over?
The ceasefire that Donald Trump extended again expires allegedly tomorrow. Right now, there's going to be no negotiations in Pakistan between the Iranians and the United States. The Iranians met with Pakistani officials and left. They were like, we're not meeting with the United States. The United States is still imposing this naval blockade. And well, here's what's happening. Donald Trump is desperately looking for an off-ramp here. He knows this Iran war is not popular for him right now. And so he may just continue extending the ceasefire until people forget about the war in Iran, because it's not like negotiating.
Listen, what do y'all think about that? Do you think that he will keep extending it until we just move on and just, forget about it? You guys, when I show you this video, you're going to tear up when you guys see what the military is eating. One soldier almost lost 20 pounds. They're not eating. That breaks my heart. They are literally fighting for our country, and they are not eating. I want to show y'all that. All right, let's go.
Negotiations are going really anywhere right now. We'll see what happens next. As always, spread the word. Follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come soon.
Hey, this is breaking news. President Trump just called off Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner's trip to Pakistan.
This cracks me up. It's like you called off the trip to Pakistan because they weren't going to be there. Like, he's acting like they were dying to meet with him, and he said, nah, we cool. We got all the cards. That didn't happen.
For negotiations with Iran, saying he believes that the U.S. has all the cards and Iran can call him.
We have some big news right now.
Did y'all hear that? They can call him. They're not even talking to him. They're talking to Pakistan and Pakistan only.
Donald Trump just canceled Jared Kushner's trip to Islamabad, Pakistan, saying that too much time, too much work. The negotiations with Iran are seemingly falling apart if they haven't already. Here's where we're at. This is what Trump said just minutes ago. I just canceled my trip.
Diamond Gang, can y'all please hit the like for me? Can I get at least maybe 20 more likes and I'll be happy? I want 60, but y'all a hard crowd.
My representative's going to Islamabad, Pakistan to meet with the Iranians. Too much time wasted on traveling, too much work. Besides which, there is tremendous infighting and confusion within their leadership. Nobody knows who is in charge, including them. Also, we have all the cards. They have none. They want to talk, all they have to do is call President Donald J. Trump. Problem with...
I'm sorry. They got the biggest card. They got the straights on lock.
That is, the United States actually doesn't have all the cards, right? And I've said this a long time. Iran may not have a nuclear weapon in the conventional sense, but the Strait of Hormuz is a nuclear weapon. And if Iran keeps the Strait of Hormuz closed, the global economy is severely impacted, as are Donald Trump's poll numbers here in the States. And so Iran does hold a critical card here. Now, Trump's ceasefire with Iran, that ends tomorrow, allegedly. We'll see if he pushes it again. But at least right now, he's saying...
Let me see. Show me a show in the chat, a show of hands in the chat. Do you think he's going to taco again? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he's going to move forward and start dropping bombs. Let me know what y'all think.
Too much work to go to Pakistan. Spread the word. Follow for more.
Major breaking news happening right now as Trump has...
Thank you, X. I do. I really do.
has called off Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff's trip to Pakistan to try and negotiate peace with Iran. That signals that both sides are far from coming to any agreement, meaning...
I had so much hope yesterday, y'all. I really did.
We are going to be in a prolonged conflict with Iran that could be indefinite. We have no idea how long this will last. The Strait of Hormuz remains closed. Trump keeps his blockade in place right now, and oil prices are surging, meaning gas is going to be expensive for everyone, not just here in the United States, but across the world. So the pressure is going to mount. Now, what will Trump do next? Will he take military action to try?
What y'all think? Y'all think it's military action? All right, I got some ones in the chat. You think he gonna taco, Christine? Michael said military action. Is it Amika? Anika? I can't see. My screen is so light. Anise? Bruce? Okay, you said you think he's going sassy taco. $3.29. I don't think that's too bad. Thorny, $3.29. You said wasting so much money. Yeah, we are going to end up bankrupt. We are in the end. We're going to either hit we're going to definitely hit a recession. No doubt, a big one. Maybe even close to the Great Depression.
And reopen the strait? That is the big question here. He has moved a third aircraft carrier into the region, the George H.W. Bush, and we know.
Todd, I agree. I do. I don't think he should go in with ground forces. I'm more worried about my boys more than gas price. I know that's right. You have sons? Thank you, Donnell. You have sons? How old are they? Wow. Yeah, I'm going to pray for anybody with children. Yeah, this is not good.
Know that the U.S. is short on its missile stockpile, so whatever they do must be extremely strategic.
35 but not serving. You know they changed the age. So now you can be a little older. Since the Carter administration. 7-year-old. Wow. Okay, let's get it.
Could we end up seeing boots on the ground?
Yeah, so I'm fearful for a lot of people
To try and take over the Strait of Hormuz and reopen it. We'll see what happens here. Serious, tense times ahead. Lots of uncertainty. The markets do not like uncertainty. This is going to affect everyone on the globe.
And here's the thing. They say that they are, like, they take their time. They're slow, excuse me, at negotiating. And I can understand why, because there is no trust there. It just burns my soul. It just boils my blood to know that he ripped up the agreement that Obama put in place, only now to try to get them to agree to that same agreement. Like, that part, I don't understand. I don't. They are already talking about nobody is going to hold you. Yes, U.S. currency. Our money is going to be worth nothing. Nothing. I heard that today. This is crazy.
Not just here in the United States. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you back here for the 411.
Iran has just responded to Donald Trump's claims that he was actually the one who canceled the peace talks because the U.S. holds all the cards right now. Trump said it was a waste of time. It's too much work to travel there, and nobody knows who's in charge. So Iran said Donald.
Here's the thing. Trump said that he was using those threats as a tactic to force them to come to the table. He was, quote unquote, playing crazy. I think that he needs to stop thinking out loud and get off of social media. That's what I think.
Trump, your line is always busy because the Israeli regime's prime minister, Netanyahu, is constantly on it, manipulating every decision in the Oval Office and across other bodies in D.C. Another official Iranian account said, "We do not know whom we are speaking to, representatives of the United States or of Israel. Is there even any will to reach an agreement?" At the same time, Netanyahu just instructed the IDF to attack Hezbollah targets in Lebanon.
Netanyahu is not going to stop. He's not. Last week, or it might have been even longer because I took a little vacation, I showed you guys a video. They issued a second arrest warrant, international law for war crimes for him. The day that the fighting stops, he will have to answer. Okay? Number 2, I talked to y'all yesterday. I actually forgot to get this video. He actually said he had prostate cancer. He had a procedure done. He's doing much better. But they have tracked multiple times where he has made statements which allegedly they think that they are false of this cancer scare. I'm not saying that he's making it up, but I'm just telling you. So I don't know.
Forcefully and with force. Following the order, the IDF reportedly struck loaded rocket launchers in 3 locations and targeted facilities they claim.
But I say this every live stream. His objectives are different than our objectives. Israel's objectives, they want to get rid of any leaders. They want to crush. They want to demolish. They want Iran. They just want to wipe them out. When you go into war, okay, we went in on behalf of Israel. And you have 2 different objectives and no backup plan. This is what happens. And I'm going to keep saying that because that's what I believe. This is what happens.
Are being used by Hezbollah's elite forces. This is just embarrassing for the United States. The entire world knows that Israel is influencing us.
Anytime, Trump asked him to stop, okay? First and foremost, early in the game, he asked them to stop trying to assassinate their leaders because we won't have anyone to negotiate with. Then they pulled the Hezbollah was not under the ceasefire. Then they agreed to put them up under the umbrella of the ceasefire. Now they're making reasons to strike. It's insane. He's not going to stop.
Way more than they should be. And Trump is still desperately trying to pretend that Iran is begging us for a deal. But their foreign minister...
Yeah, he does. He wants to get rid of the regime. The people in Iran are great. They hate their government. Got you. He didn't even discuss it with anyone. He just did what the hell he thinks. And we all know that's dangerous. Very.
Did exactly what he said he was going to do. He went to Pakistan, did not meet with U.S. envoys, and dropped off a list of their demands.
And I literally feel bad when you have to depend on the enemy for the truth. That's insane to me. I shouldn't have to depend on the enemy for the truth.
Cancel the trip. We have all the cards. We're not going to spend 15 hours in airplanes all the time going back and forth to be giving a document.
Meanwhile, he hasn't went anywhere. That
was not good enough. And so we'll deal by telephone, and they can call us anytime they want. Again, we have all the cards. They have no military left, practically. They have no leaders left. We don't know who the leaders are. Nobody knows who the leader. I don't think they know who the leaders are very much.
Here's the thing, right? He's been saying that, right? They have no card. They're military. I showed you guys yesterday where they were at as far as ammunition, and I showed you guys where we were. If we were to get into something else, we wouldn't have enough. If we was to indulge in a whole nother war, remember, he's considering Cuba next. We don't have it. We have depleted a lot of our stockpile. That's all I'm saying.
So you saw that, and any other questions?
Yes, sir. What have you heard from Pakistan? The Iran's foreign minister was in Pakistan yesterday night.
I think Pakistan is terrific. I think the field marshal is fantastic. I think the prime minister of
Pakistan worked overtime to get this going.
Pakistan's great. And, they'd like to see something happen, but we're not going to be traveling 15, 16 hours to have a meeting with people that nobody...
Y'all hear that? We are not... What is a 15-hour flight? What is that compared to what's going on right now? That's nothing.
Never heard of.
What changed to make you make that decision?
Too much travel. And when they say the meeting's scheduled for Tuesday, I said, Tuesday, that's a long time from now. But when you get right down to it, it's a lot of traveling. No, we don't want to do that.
At what point?
President Trump now canceling the planned trip to Pakistan for Special Envoy Steve Witkoff.
Like literally, when it comes to our armed forces, and when I show you guys this video and I show you what they are eating, you're not going to believe it.
And the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, after Iranian's foreign minister left Islamabad following a meeting with Pakistani mediators. The minister later saying Tehran is, quote, yet to see if the U.S. is truly serious about diplomacy. Foreign correspondent Marcus Moore has the latest for us from Islamabad on what happens next in potential peace talks. Hey, Marcus.
But hey there, Ike. Obviously, this is a significant development. President Trump saying that he has canceled the U.S. delegation's trip here to Islamabad.
It is because we're going to have to make a choice. Either, and I only see it one of two ways. We withdraw or we go in with force. What other way is there to get out of this? His ankle swells when he, what is it, flies? Oh, yeah. He cannot travel in airplanes because he has congestive heart failure. Okay.
And his announcement followed word that Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, left Pakistan after meeting with senior officials here. The foreign minister today.
What happened with the Epstein files? They claim that they're not releasing anymore. But, I see things different. I think because the Dems are flipping seats, a lot is getting ready to go on within our own government. Believe me when I say this.
Meeting with the chief of Pakistan's army and the prime minister before departing Islamabad. And we're told that the Iranians left a proposal for the next steps in the peace talks.
Donnell, you don't want to see me the way I'm looking right now. I'm looking like an old lady. I'm not looking like the lady on the screen right now. I'm in my pajamas with a hair scarf on.
For the war in Iran.
Hold on. Sassy said, yes, I have congestive heart failure. I'm sorry to hear that. Also, if you take your medication correctly, you are okay. So that's an excuse.
And we understand that those points were to be presented to U.S. officials either here in Pakistan or in some other manner. The early thought was that if there's agreement, there could then be another meeting like the one we saw 2 weeks ago here in Islamabad. But right now, it seems like anything imminent is.
Here's the thing. The last meeting, Kushner, he spent more time on the phone with Netanyahu and Trump than he did in the negotiation room. They micromanaged the hell out of him. And that's who they want to talk to. Because he has not been so vocal about this war, they know that he's inside. Like, he's not okay with what's going on. You guys do know that. He's not vocal at all. So, because they don't trust Kushner and Witkoff, they asked for J.D. Vance.
Off the table for the moment, and the foreign minister actually posting a message on X where he said that they presented the Iranian position in the midst of these negotiations, these back channel talks that have been going on in the effort to secure peace. And he said that he has yet to see if the Americans are, quote, serious about diplomacy. There's a lot at stake here, not only the risk of reigniting the warfare that we've seen unfold, but also the crisis in the Strait of Hormuz. And Americans have felt the effects at the fuel pump, and others around the world concerned about.
We haven't felt anything just yet.
The impact to the global supply chain. Both countries imposing blockades on that waterway and vowing to continue until there's an agreement on a peace deal in Iran.
That's Iran's foreign minister there, taking off from Norkhan Air Base on the outskirts of Islamabad. He's been in Pakistan for almost 20 hours. Immediately after he landed, just after midnight, he went into 4 hours of top level.
So he went into 4 hours of talk and got on a plane and left.
level meetings with the Pakistani mediators, the field marshal, the foreign minister, the interior minister. They were discussing and exchanging views about the regional situation. It is not clear why.
Okay. So that's what they were talking about, the regional situation.
They met in such a hurry in the middle of the night, but it's created.
Y'all hear that? Why they met in a hurry in the middle of the night. I don't know. Something about this meeting. It's just, I feel funny about it.
Created the impression that they wanted to try to get an answer or a resolution or something to pass over to the United States to President Trump late Friday evening, U.S. time. Later today, the foreign minister had a meeting with Pakistan's prime minister, again present, those key interlocutors from the Pakistani side, the field marshal.
So neither side, or we're not budging and they're not budging. So I'm telling you guys, I don't see an end to this. I doubt very seriously that Trump will walk away for this, even though he knows that this is like the people, we don't want this war, and his approval rating is just like trash right now. I still can't see him walking away.
The foreign minister, the interior minister. That meeting lasted for a couple of hours. Now the foreign minister has left. When he came in, he said he wasn't going to have face-to-face talks with the U.S. representatives, that he was going to go on to meetings in Moscow.
Thanks, guys, for those that hit the like. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, and this will be my last time telling this story. My channel was recently demonetized, and I believe it was because of these live streams that I'm having right now. I put an appeal through, and it could take up to 14 days. I was scared to go live, but then I'm like, I have an audience. It's not fair to them. So right now, that's basically all I can ask for is likes. You know, I have my Cash App pinned in the top. If you want to support the channel, that's fine. But even when I was monetized, I didn't ask for super chats. I didn't ask for super stickers. The likes was more important to me because that helped keep me in the algorithm. So thank you to those that hit the like.
At Moscow, not clear precisely where he's going. That's all in flux at the moment.
Given the heightened skepticism about our subsidizing Israel's war machine, can you envision a future where the U.S.
Now listen, this is about basically, can you see us withdrawing? And I want y'all to hear this piece because I specifically got this for a reason.
withdraws our military from the Middle East? I can envision a future where we withdraw our military from the Middle East, but that will be not by choice. That will be because, and I think that we've moved closer towards that, because the GCC states realize that American bases are magnets. They don't provide protection. This is the message Iran has delivered. And remember, Iran...
Right. So they basically did. They gave that message, and they said that that they would start bombing anything that, you know, we have
and carried out
overseas. So over there. So
significant damage, not only essentially wiping out American radar systems. Some of these radar systems cost $1 billion, but inflicting damage on American military assets. And then when they ran low on the interceptors, what interceptors were there were prioritized for Israel. The Trump administration didn't consult the Gulf allies, although they made
that part. We didn't consult the Gulf allies. However, we're leaving them. We're trying to leave our allies. Have them pick up the pieces. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's okay.
Made them pay the price. They weren't, just like Congress wasn't consulted. European allies were not consulted. They unilaterally acted and left everyone else to pick up the pieces. There used to be free passage before the war through the Strait of Hormuz. Now Iran is exacting $2 million roughly per tanker in China.
That they did not have control of the straits before this started. And then it's illegal to charge fees. They are making $2 million a pop. And this clip right here is going to show you guys our money is not going to be worth nothing in a minute. Let's go.
Chinese currency, by the way, not in US dollars, because of course.
Let me take this back a little bit. Pay attention to this, y'all.
That we've moved closer towards that because the GCC states realize that American bases are magnets. They don't provide protection. This is the message Iran has delivered. And remember, Iran carried out significant damage, not only essentially wiping out American radar systems. Some of these radar systems cost $1 billion, but inflicting damage on American military assets. And then when they ran low on the interceptors, what interceptors were there were prioritized for Israel. The Trump administration didn't consult the Gulf allies, although they made them pay the price. They weren't, just like Congress wasn't consulted. European allies.
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention.
Were not consulted. They unilaterally acted and left everyone else to pick up the pieces. There used to be free passage before the war through the Strait of Hormuz. Now Iran is exacting $2 million roughly per tanker in Chinese currency, by the way, not in US dollars, because of course the goal is to cripple and ultimately break the hegemony of the US dollar, which will be catastrophic for the empire because people won't buy our debt. Our debt won't be worth anything. But at that point, there's
bingo. Nobody will buy our debt because our debt won't be worth anything. We are going to go bankrupt. Just like the many businesses that he has had. This is not okay. Pay attention.
Just an almost instant and massive contraction of the empire because you can't fund 800 military bases abroad. The empire can't afford it. So the countries like Russia, China, Iran are working very, very hard to sever the global economy from the dollar. And what we, of course, internally would be thrust into a pretty severe recession, if not depression. We saw the same thing happen when the world's reserve currency switched from the English pound, from the pound sterling to the dollar.
Pay attention. I'm trying to predict the future right now. I'm predicting the future.
Or in the 1950s.
We have very serious news right now. The food situation.
So what y'all think about that? You said you buying gold. Well, the U.S. Treasury already reported that the U.S. is insolvent. You have no understanding of what is being done to rescue the economy. Gabe, you want to come up? You want to come up for a minute? I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to play these last two clips and I'll drop the link and you could come up. Okay? Hold on.
The rationing situation.
Now we're going to go into what our soldiers are eating. Okay? This is not good. This is not okay. This is not okay. Look at this.
For U.S. service members on the U.S. Abraham Lincoln is going from bad to worse. This morning, new images released by Newsweek. This is what service members are eating right now. This is one tray, literally one skewer and some rice. Another tray, which looks like some kind of oatmeal slop and 2 eggs. That's all they're getting. A family member told Newsweek it is so bad that a service member has literally lost 17 pounds since the deployment.
How do y'all feel about that? Why as many world powers and people are buying gold? How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all see what our soldiers are eating? One lost 17 pounds. This is insane. All right, let's go. And they're asking for $200 billion.
American military service members are actively rationing food right now aboard aircraft carriers in the Middle East. It's happening on the Tripoli. It's happening now on the Abraham Lincoln. I mean, this is pretty serious stuff. And
they are over there hungry. Can't get any care packages. Nothing. They deserve to eat better than this. Yeah, they are always suffering, sassy. Okay. You don't believe it? That's fine, Jay. You don't have to believe it. There's the picture right there. They're speaking up and they're speaking out. So what are you calling our servicemen? Liars?
The issue is because of the war, you can't actually send any packages to the area as well. So they can't get care packages. They're running low on supplies and not enough people are talking about it. So spread the word, follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come very soon.
Iran is now openly mocking the United States.
Okay, Jay, you want to come up? You got any proof that they're not eating this way overseas? As long as he's not disrespectful. Now, you get to cussing and doing all of that, you got to go. As a retired service member, that's a damn shame. I need you to provide me proof that they are not eating this way.
Days after more images have surfaced showing severe food shortages our troops are experiencing aboard warships deployed in the Middle East. As you can see from the pictures here, this is not nearly.
Did you see that? So you're calling our servicemen liars. Yes, here's the proof right here. You said, yes, Jay, go on in and provide proof. That part. Come on up. Let me drop the link for you. Come on up. I need you to provide me proof that this is not going on. This has been going on for 2 weeks now. I reported on this 2 weeks ago. And at that time, they might have had 2 screwers and maybe 2 tablespoons of rice. It don't matter who he is. It don't matter. It don't matter. That part. I've been in the military too, Mitch. But I'm going to let him troll. I'm going to let you troll. Go ahead and rock out because I need to click and I need to view. So, Jay, you can stay in here. Just don't be disrespectful. I'm going to allow you to troll. But okay, let's go.
Enough food. One of the meals is just a kebab with some rice. Another one appears to be 2 hard-boiled eggs and some slop. But Iran says maybe they should stop patrolling and start fishing. They tried to starve Iran for decades, yet USS Abraham Lincoln sailors eat like they're under a blockade.
They're literally trolling us because our service members are over there hungry. No, by no way means is this okay.
Maximum pressure is hitting the right address. We wouldn't even let a prisoner eat this shame. It's being reported that one of these soldiers has lost 17 pounds.
Boom. Given to, okay. My friend told me her son has lost 17 pounds. Givens told Newsweek. So it was published. Her husband, also a close friend and retired veteran, shared that a care package they sent in December still has not arrived. So this was reported in Newsweek. So again, who is lying? It's not me. It's not them. All right.
Pounds since being deployed because of these meals. Of course, the Pentagon has denied any.
Boom. Again, Newsweek. Newsweek reached out to the U.S. Navy via email for a comment, but did not receive a response at the time of writing. The Pentagon has denied any suggestions of a food shortage on board ships and did not comment on the new pictures. What? Okay. Directing Newsweek to a series of posts by the U.S. Navy's Office of Chief of Naval Operations, including one that said recent reports alleging food shortages and poor quality aboard our deployed ship are false. So they're denying it. Now, y'all seen that from a soldier. No, I'm not going to give them my energy. Thank you. I love my audience.
Suggestions of food shortages on these ships and had nothing to say in response to the new pictures. Instead, they directed Newsweek to a series of posts made by the U.S. Navy's office. One of them said, recent reports alleging food shortages and poor quality aboard our deployed ships are false. But the pictures tell a much different story.
That part. And I love visuals. That's why I bring these clips to my live stream.
And all of this is happening as we have the largest Navy buildup in the Middle East since 2003.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. Oh, that's the guy. I don't know why I started. If you just came in, that is the guy that was arrested, the shooter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. That's him. I'm gonna show the beginning. Below is in black and white, the camera. You're gonna see him run past the agents.
It looks like he checked it twice.
Lieutenant Hudson, you monitoring this area?
Here you go. Look. I'm trying to see if I see the one.
Shall I post it as soon as he passed the map?
18.
Wow.
Go for,
I'm pretty sure that we are going to see more footage as time go by. So I'll keep an eye out on that. Hopefully I will be live tomorrow. I need to build my audience back up. I normally have hundreds in here, but I haven't been live in days waiting on that appeal. I'm done. I'm not waiting anymore. You said we the people suffer. Yes. Why didn't the agent what? Oh, pow. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta move my thing. You said, of course, the Navy and Defense would deny food shortage. Yeah. Oh, let me drop the link. I had a guest yesterday. We had an interesting conversation. Listen, I'm very open-minded. And a lot of times, you sit and you literally listen. Someone can change your whole point of view. And if you don't agree, thank you. And if you don't agree, as adults, we could agree to disagree, right? So if anybody want to come up, just don't do nothing crazy, because I will drop you. You could come up and speak. But what do y'all think, man, in these next days? I think it's going to be ground troops. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Thomas. That's it. That's all it's in. Am I politically correct? Absolutely not. But when I bring these clips and I talk, I try to bring you guys my point of view. I feel like everyone is entitled to their opinions and how they feel. Just because I feel a certain way don't mean that you have to. And you're allowed to vocally say that you don't, but you just can't be disrespectful. All opinions will be respected over here. So I try to be. I really do. I appreciate you. You said they quit for a reason. Thank you. I do. I try to be really fair. Even though, dang, now I can't even think of his name. He was in here when the live stream first started too. I didn't agree with everything he said, but I try to keep an open mind, and I try to view people's perspectives through their lens and how they're looking at it. You get what I'm saying? So I try to put my feet in their shoes, So there you go. Yep, armchair conservative. Yeah. Didn't we have a nice talk yesterday? We did. I had fun. I like when people come up. You said I was in the Army for many years. Now I'm in a positive nation now. That's what's up. I try to stay open, man. Like, life is just too short. Things happen, and I just feel like everybody's not bad. And I give everybody a chance until, you prove otherwise. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, see that part, accountability. So we were talking about the school bombing, and we were talking about the days that they go to school. And there was a Muslim that was here, and they said, no, they don't go to school on Sundays, I think. But anyway, long story short, we agreed to disagree. But do you see that? He said I was wrong about about Iran school days. That's all I see. It was just that easy. So that's like myself. If I come up here and I give misinformation, next live stream, I'm going to say, look, guys, that was not so. That was not true. That's what I'm talking about. Accountability. What you say? There's a group of nations in Asia that has a very strong economic lifestyle. Where are you from, Thomas? Where are you from? You said hint. I don't know. Who? You was from the U.S. Not anymore. What? So why did you leave? If I'm not intruding. I don't want to be too invasive. I was a act in New York many years. Oh. Okay. But let me ask you this. So you weren't originally from the US, right? Attica. I wanted to speak peace lifestyles. You want to come up? Okay. I was like, what is that? Air traffic control in the military. Personal. I thought Trump waited 2 months. Hold on. Waited 2 months too late to hit Iran. They hit everything in so many. I believe that. I don't even believe that is where it's supposed to be. Once he ripped up that contract and pulled those people from over there, I think they moved it immediately. I do. I really do. I think they removed the uranium immediately. New York Radar Center for 30 years. Really? Wow. Anthony said, what did you look for? So you didn't want to stay here. Where I live now is peaceful. Where's peace? I need to, where? Tell me where it is. I won't even go overseas, let alone. Trump put bases in Ecuador and Peru. What? What y'all think he going? Y'all think, listen. The only way that he could get to Cuba, I think, and he's ready, is if we withdraw. I think he's bored with this. I think he wants it to be over. I think he thinks he made a bad decision. I don't even know where that is. I don't know, Steve. What'd you say? We can never find peace here in America. Really? Nahongo. I don't even know where that is. Colombia cheap. Hold on. Let me see. Colombia. Wait. Dang, these comments is moving too fast. Let me see if I could go back up. You said Colombia's cheap and don't have all that racial tension like the U.S. Really? U.S. has limited. Yeah, we do. We definitely got limited stockpile. I don't know. If we do get into anything else, we won't have anything. Like, we could not get into another conflict right now. We would be in trouble. Oh, that's what I asked if he spoke Japanese in Japanese. How you know Japanese? He said he could. Who could speak? Okay, Thomas said he could speak some Japanese. Whose problem, Anthony? Oh, because of the cartels. What does that better not be a cuss word? What does that mean, Anthony? But my two languages is Southeast Asia. Okay. Okay. Well, Diamond Gang, I'm going to check out and see what's going on tomorrow. And if some things go on, I will come back on tomorrow. Please subscribe to the channel. I was given updates on a regular basis, and then I slowed down for a little bit, but I think I'm back on. I gotta get my momentum back up. You know, I usually have a room full of people, but I sat back for like 5 days straight. So I'm gonna try to start going back on, maybe not if every day, every other day. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. But gang, it is 1 a.m. here, and it is, I'm short of 2 hours. I've been live for 1 hour 58 minutes. Who, me? No, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Sassy. I am. I ain't even gonna lie. I was a little down about that, but I'm like, nah, pick yourself back up. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. These comments, this is why I come back. I swear, that part, everyone subscribe. This is why I come back. What? Stop playing, Sassy. What part? I'm from the north side. You know where that is? Put it in the chat. I'm from the north. Where you from? East side, or west end, west side? Put it in the chat. I'm gonna crack up when you do. The hell, the HILL. I used to be over there on center. On center. Oh my goodness, Sassy, I probably know you. I used to hang out all the time on Center Ave. The hill used to be the stuff, yo. Look. Let me ask you one question. Do you know somebody named Gregory Corbin? You know Big Corbin? That's all I'm gonna say. Can I send you Eagles? Yeah. I rock anything. Oh, you live in Braddock now. I used to live in Swissville years ago. I used to hang out in Rankin. This is crazy. Okay, you don't know him. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. It's a small world. Small world. You said, hold on now. Yeah, I used to live in Swissville years ago. Let me get up out of here. I'll be Guess what school I went to? Wait, I'm trying to think. Swissville. I was supposed to go to I went to I can't even think of the name of it. Not Edgewood. I can't think of that school. I'll think of it. The next time you come back, I'll tell you. You too. Thank you for coming back. And thanks again for coming up yesterday. You made my night. I swear you did. I love when people come up. I haven't had anybody up here since I had that guy from the Middle East come up. You went to Peabody in 78, 82. See, I graduated in 90. Okay. Buenas noches. Good night. All right, y'all. I got to get up out of here. I will talk to y'all. See, y'all going to make me come back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. More than likely, it'll be war updates. But I will definitely Diamond Gang. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all subscribe. Replay Gang. Make sure y'all hit the like. Good night, everybody.
It's 100 degrees. Sip on me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your 100 degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your 100 degrees, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea.